Did you know a single flame could whisper secrets from 4000 BCE? Picture this. A small clay lamp, its light trembling in the darkness, holding stories older than the pyramids, older than the written word. Tonight, we uncover the forgotten dance of the clay lampa, humble object that lit the way for ancient lives. From the muddy banks of Mesopotamia to the grand temples of Rome, its story is one of survival, ritual, and a quiet beauty that transcends time. So, settle in, find a comfortable spot, let the world fade away as the murmurs of history guide you through the night. The air feels heavy with the scent of earth and memory. The stars above are witnesses to the tale we're about to unfold. Are you ready to step into the past? Let's begin in the cradle of civilization, around 4000 BCE, in the lands of Mesopotamia. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers carved their paths through this sun-baked region, giving life to the first cities, places like Uruk and Sumer, where humanity took its earliest steps toward permanence. Here, in simple homes made of mud and reeds, the clay lamp was born. It was a crude thing at first, a shallow dish of clay, no larger than a child's palm, pinched at one end to hold a wick. They filled it with fish oil or animal fat, drawn from the creatures of the river, and lit it with a spark from flint. The flame was small, barely enough to push back the darkness of a moonless night, but to those who held it, it was everything. Imagine a family huddled together in the cool evening, the night pressing in around their fragile shelter. Their faces are illuminated by that trembling light, shadows dancing on the walls as they share stories of the day's labor, whisper prayers for the harvest, and plan for the dawn. The lamp wasn't just a tool, it was a beacon of hope in a world where survival was never certain. Picture the potter who shaped it. His hands caked with clay, his brow furrowed as he worked by the river's edge. Each lamp he made was a gift to his people, a small defiance against the dark. Pause for a moment. Can you see that faint glow against the shadows? Can you hear the soft crackle of the flame, the murmur of voices long gone? Let that scene settle in your mind. Let it carry you back to those ancient nights. If you're finding comfort in this journey through time, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Murmurs of History. Your support helps us keep these whispers alive, bringing new stories to you. Let's return to Mesopotamia now, where the clay lamp story was just beginning to unfold. It didn't stay a secret for long. As cities like Uruk and Babylon grew, so did the networks of trade that connected them to the world. Potters began crafting lamps with more care, some added spouts for the wicks. Others pressed simple designs into the clay, like reeds or stars, reflecting the beauty of theirs. These lamps became objects of barter, traded for grain, cloth, or tools. Merchants carried them in woven baskets, their caravans stretching across the dusty plains, heading toward distant lands. By 2000 BCE, the clay lamp had reached the Nile Valley in Egypt, where it would find new meaning in the lives of farmers and priests. Imagine a trader, his sandals worn thin, pausing at a desert oasis. He lights a clay lamp as the sun dips below the horizon, its glow a small comfort against the vastness of the night. He trades one to a passing traveler, who will carry it further still. The lamp was becoming a quiet traveler, a companion to humanity's earliest steps across borders and cultures. Take a deep breath. Can you feel the weight of those journeys, the stories carried in each flickering flame? In Egypt, the clay lamp found a home and a purpose far beyond the practical. The Nile's annual floods brought abundance to this land, but the nights were long and dark, filled with mystery. The Egyptians didn't just use the lamp to light their homes. They brought it into their sacred spaces. In the grand temples of Amun at Karnak, priests placed clay lamps on stone altars, their flames flickering as offerings to the gods. The light was symbolic, a representation of Ra, the sun god, whose journey across the sky they worshipped. But the lamp's role went even deeper. In tombs, carved deep into the cliffs of the Valley of the Kings, archaeologists have found lamps buried with the dead, some still holding traces of oil, as if waiting to light the way to the afterlife. Imagine a priest, his linen robes brushing the cool stone floor of the temple, lighting a lamp as he chants Torah at dawn. The flame dances, casting shadows of lotus flowers on the walls, a silent prayer for eternal light. Or picture a widow, preparing her husband's tomb, placing a lamp beside his sarcophagus. She whispers a final goodbye, hoping the flame will guide him through the underworld. The lamp wasn't just a source of illumination, it was a bridge to the divine, a vessel of hope in a world where death was ever present. Take a moment. Feel the reverence in that act. Can you hear the priest's chant, the widow's quiet sobs, echoing through time? Let that sacred stillness wrap around you. Centuries passed, and the lamp journeyed westward. Reaching the Roman Empire around 300 BCE, the Romans were masters of innovation. And they took the simple clay lamp and turned it into a thing of beauty. They crafted them from terracotta, a material that could be molded into intricate shapes. Some lamps were decorated with images of gods like Jupiter or Venus, others with scenes of daily life, gladiators, chariots, or playful dolphin. Many had multiple wicks, casting a brighter glow over the bustling households of Rome. In a wealthy villa, a lamp might sit on a table during a lavish dinner, its light catching the laughter of guests as they sip wine from goblets. But the lamp wasn't just for the elite. Slaves and laborers used them too, their flickering flames, a comfort in cramped tenements on the outskirts of the city. In the markets of Pompeii, lamps were sold for a few coins. Each one, a small piece of art. Imagine a craftsman in a dusty workshop, his fingers stained with clay, pressing a tiny olive branch into the lamp's surface. He smiles, knowing it will bring light to someone's home. Or picture a Roman mother, her children asleep on a straw mat, using the lamp's glow to mend a torn tunic late into the night. The flame sputters as the oil runs low, but it holds steady, a quiet witness to her care. The lamp had become a part of Roman life, a thread woven into the fabric of their days and nights. Pause here. Can you see the bustling streets of Rome, the glow of 1,000 lamps lighting the way? Let that image fill your mind. Let it carry you deeper into the past. By the medieval era, beginning around the 5th century, the clay lamp faced a new. Wax was becoming more common in Europe, especially in the grand churches and monasteries, where beeswax candles burned with a steady, golden light. Yet, the clay lamp didn't vanish. In the Byzantine Empire, centered in Constantinople, it thrived. Here, olive oil was abundant, and the lamp remained a staple in religious ceremonies. In churches adorned with mosaics, priests lit clay lamps during the liturgy, their flames symbolizing the light of Christ. Monks in distant monasteries crafted them with devotion, seeing the act as a prayer in itself. Some lamps were even buried with the dead, a final gift for the journey to eternity. In rural villages, far from the glow of candles, the lamp endured as a necessity. Picture a farmer in the 10th century, his hands rough from the plow, returning home as the sun dips below the horizon. He lights a clay lamp with a trembling hand, its glow illuminating his small hut. His family gathers around, sharing a simple meal of bread and stew, the same light that once lit Mesopotamian nights, now warming their own. Or imagine a monk, his breath visible in the cold air of his cell, shaping a lamp by the light of another. He whispers a prayer as he works, believing the flame will carry his faith into the world. The lampstands continued, steady through the ages, a quiet defiance against the march of progress. Take a deep breath. Feel the continuity, the thread of light stretching across centuries. Can you hear the monk's whispered prayer, the farmer's soft sigh of relief? Let that warmth linger. Let it anchor you in this moment. As the medieval world gave way to the Renaissance, the clay lamp began to fade from daily use. Glass lanterns, with their bright, clear light, became the choice of the wealthy. Metal candelabras, adorned with wax candles, lit the halls of nobility. The clay lamp, once a cornerstone of life, slipped into the shadows. But its story didn't end, it simply went quiet, waiting to be. Archaeologists today still find these lamps, buried in the ruins of ancient cities like your Thebes and Pompeii. Some are intact, their surfaces worn but whole, while others are shattered, their pieces scattered like memories. Each one holds a story of a potter's hand shaping the clay, a priest's prayer rising with the flame, a mother's care in the glow of a late night. Picture one now, resting in the sand of a forgotten desert, the wind brushing over it, grain by grain. It's been there for centuries, its flame long extinguished, but its presence enduring. One day, perhaps, an archaeologist will uncover it, brush away the dust with a gentle hand, and hold it to the light. They'll wonder who held it last. What nights did it brighten? What joys or sorrows did it witness? That's the beauty of these objects. They don't truly disappear. They wait, patient as the earth itself, for us to listen. Imagine holding that lamp in your own hands, feeling the texture of its surface, the weight of its history. What stories might it tell you if it could speak? Perhaps it remembers the laughter of a Mesopotamian child, the chants of an Egyptian temple, the whispers of a Roman marketplace. Each scratch, each imperfection, is a chapter in its long life. Take a deep breath. Let that thought settle in the stillness. Let the weight of those ancient flames rest gently on your mind. Tonight, we've followed the forgotten dance of the clay lamp, from its first flicker in Mesopotamia to its quiet fade in the Renaissance. We've walked through ancient villages, stood in sacred temples, and sat in bustling Roman homes, all illuminated by its gentle light. But this is only the beginning of our journey. The past is full of such whispers, waiting to be heard. Next time, we might trace the silent journey of the sandal, or uncover the hidden song of the comb, or pour out the story of the water jug. There are so many tales yet to tell, and I hope you'll join me for them. Before you drift off, I'd love for you to like this video, share it with a friend who loves history or a good story, and subscribe to Murmurs of History. We release new stories every week at 5:30 p.m. PKT. Your support means the world, helping us keep these murmurs alive. The world outside may be loud, with its rush and noise, but here, it's just you and the past. The fire crackles softly in the distance. The stars shine bright above the dunes. And the lamp's flame, though long gone, still glows in the memory of those who came before. Good night. Thank you for listening, and may your dreams be filled with the whispers of history.